Hi everyone, it's Velvy. I've been doing art commissions full-time since 2022, and I'd like to think I'm quite knowledgeable on what to do and what not to do when it comes to running your business. I've had lots of good times, but I've also had quite a few bad times, most of which occurred when I overworked myself and made some bad workload-based decisions. I think the worst thing you can do when doing commissions is to take too many. I get it though. Sometimes you desperately need to scramble for rent, or sometimes taking just one more means you can buy yourself that game you've been wanting for a while. That's why I'm here today to give you my best tips for digging yourself out of a commission hole, keeping your customers' trust, and taking care of yourself. My first tip is an obvious one. If you're able to, please refund some of the commissions you've taken on. Freeing up your workload is what you're aiming for, and there's no shame in admitting that you took on too many. A simple apology to your customers that's straight to the point and not overly apologetic will keep you in good standings. If you know you'll be taking on more in the future, you could set up a waitlist for those who still want to commission you. If the customer says that they're willing to wait and to not refund them, I would still refund them. This takes the pressure off yourself. You'll probably end up losing out on some of the fees when you process a refund, but I guess just use that as incentive to not overload yourself in the future. If refunding isn't an option, then you need to make sure you're properly communicating with your clients and setting realistic expectations with them. Let them know as soon as you can that your workload is more than you expected, so there may be delays. It's a good idea to try and figure out how long it will take you to get through your queue. I do this by estimating how long it will take to finish a whole commission, and then I double it. Always double the amount of time you think it will take. If the client asks how things are going, don't keep telling the client that it'll be done soon. Make sure you have a realistic answer and stick to it. This was the worst thing I used to do when I was overloaded. It's kind of like sticking a band-aid over a leak in the boat. And I don't think I have to say this, but do not take on any new clients, no matter how cool or fun the job looks. I also really recommend having a public queue so clients can see in real time what you're up to. When you start to think about your workload, it's very easy to get overwhelmed. Your brain will try and tell you to do everything all at once, which of course will probably just stress you out. You need to focus on the work directly in front of you as if it's the only thing you have to do at all. This doesn't necessarily mean only working on one commission at a time, but reducing feelings of overwhelm will minimize your stress and reduce the chance of you burning out. This can also translate to other areas of your life, as it's easy to neglect cleaning or looking after yourself if you can feel your workload looming over you. One task at a time. Speaking of burnout, slogging through a long commission queue is a one-way ticket to burnout town. The higher levels of stress and the endless days of drawing will wear you down fast, so it's super duper important that you take breaks. I don't just mean an afternoon, I'm talking about taking your whole weekends off. It's tempting to continue working without stopping, but imagine yourself like a car. If the car is running low on petrol, you wouldn't just keep driving until the car died, you'd refuel. Refueling only a little bit wouldn't help much, but refueling close to the top will keep you driving for miles. Make sure to take your weekends off to rest your mind, your wrist, your eyes, and everything else, honestly. On top of resting, you also need to do fun and engaging activities to make your brain happy. My favorite activities are going for a walk and baking. Now, if you're really struggling to get any work done and things just aren't moving, set a timer for 10 minutes and let that be all the work you do for a day. Just 10 minutes. You can actually get quite a lot done in 10 minutes, and you might find yourself going overtime too. Starting can be the hardest part, so by knowing you only have to work for 10 minutes, you can reduce the mental energy it takes to get going. You're not going to be slogging over your work for hours, just a quick 10 minutes and that's it. Don't go any longer than that. If you're up to it, you might be able to do multiple 10-minute chunks of work a day. Remember, a little bit is better than nothing. My final tip is for when you finally finished your queue and you're free from the shackles of the grind. Raise your prices. If you get enough clients to overwhelm yourself, you can probably be charging more for your work. Remember that art is a luxury, so don't feel bad for raising your prices to a price that not only reflects the quality of your work, but takes time, energy, and potentially commercial rights into account too. I recently had a business consultation with a professional businessman to see how my business was faring. He told me almost immediately that I needed to raise my prices. He told me an analogy that stuck with me. If you walk into the dollar store, you're going to expect low-quality goods. But if you walked into a luxury store, you'd expect items of a higher quality that have a good reputation. So even though the quality of my work would be the same regardless of if I charged a lower or higher amount, it may be viewed as a lesser quality item due to the low price tag. I understand wanting to keep things affordable and accessible, but you also need to take care of yourself. That is the #1 priority. The long-term effects of chronic stress are not pretty, so heed thy warning. I really hope these tips have helped, or at least by watching this video, you've been able to take a quick break from the grind. And please remember, the worst thing that you can do when you get overwhelmed by commissions is to run away and take your clients' money. I've seen too many horror stories over the years of artists getting called out for taking literal years to complete commissions without any updates or communication. With respect, you need to be a responsible adult and finish the work you've been paid to do. I know you can do it. Good luck! Thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a lovely week. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 10K. Yippee! I'll see you all next week. Bye!